Hello folks. For anyone that's watched any of my previous videos, you may well realise that I spent a lot of time messing about with the audio and microphones, and principally being a cheapskate using cheap microphones. One of the things I wanted to do was eventually get a set of radio mics, and I've now got that. My wife bought me a set of AnkerWork M650, and in this video I'm going to take you through it because I've never actually seen anyone using these particular sets of microphones, radio mics, in a motorbike environment, and I'll take you through and let you see how I've got on with it. It's early days yet. I've got a lot of changes and a lot of things that I can play with. The weather's been so bad, so poor, that I've not really had a chance, but I've got base settings and they seem to work fine. In this video, this is me heading up north to Orkney, and you can see just on the left hand side of the handlebars, you'll see the camera setup that I've got. And this audio that you're hearing on this little piece of track is actually the DJI Action 3 that's got no external mics in them, so you can hear the wind noise and just how windy it is. Let's have a look at the hardware there in a little bit of detail. This is the case that the radio mics come in. It contains a battery and acts as a charging unit at the same time. We have a USB-C for power or PC connection, computer connection. When you open the lid up, you get the little lights on the front telling you how good the charge is, and you've got two microphones, receiver, you've got a lightning port connector, and you've got a USB-C connector. There you have the receiver. You've got on-off, you've got USB-C, and you've got audio out to go to the camera, and below you've got the hot shoe mount. Now, you navigate this thing by swiping, and we'll go over those connections within the software because it's just easier to see. So you've got 4 options to swipe: left and right, up and down. And that's the simplicity of the transmitter. Various icons that you'll get to see, and you should recognize once you see the software in the PC. So that's the receiver. Transmitter, it's quite big. You've got a magnetic clip on the back of it. You can put on any direction, any way. You can do it in four directions. You have a microphone, you have a connection for an external microphone. I'll show you that. That's a mute button or on off. The front covers are changeable, so you know which one is which. And I believe you get up to 4 hours recording time with these things. I've not tested it to that amount so far. And there we have the receiver mic setup. And this is how I've been using the radio mics at the moment. This is the DJI Action 1. That's the audio adapter. And you can see that I've got a cable coming out and going into the side. The hot shoe mount on this bespoke cage for the camera takes it, and you'll see in the pictures in the video how it's mounted. So all very neat, very compact. A nice tidy unit. Let's have a look at the software that comes with the Anker M650. And here we are. This is the home page of the software. You download it and install it. It's quite straightforward. This is on the PC, of course. Along the top you've got 3 icons: the receiver, transmitter, and transmitter 1. So let's have a look at the settings within receiver. The first setting here is we've got noise reduction. Now I've tried noise reduction on off, low and high, and the only thing that works for me so far is off. When you set it on high, it just about takes everything out. When you get low, it takes quite a lot out of the low end, and off for me works absolutely fine. Safe mode is a method that records a secondary track, and it stores that secondary track in case you get distortion on your first one. I think it's neg 3 or neg 6 or something that records that. Sound mode, left and right stereo or mono. I'll leave it on mono. We've got an equaliser. I've not played about with any of this yet because I haven't really got the chance to do that in any great detail because of the weather and the lack of ability to ride. So all that's just been left at the moment. Low pass filter is off now. For some reason I managed to turn this low pass filter on and it cuts all the bottom end off, so just leave that the way it is. And then you've got some basic settings down here, the backlit duration, your device language, the time and the version. So really quite simple and straightforward. Up here in the window here, this tells you here that it's on charge at this moment in time because it's plugged into the computer. You can see here that the noise reduction mode is off, and if I change that you can see that it's on low, and if I do that it says high. Yeah, so let's go back to M. And then the last icon in there is left and right or mono, so you can see it's on charge, noise reduction is turned off, and it is mono, and that's your receiver. Now I think the equaliser will give me opportunities to play about with that, but right at this moment in time I'm leaving them just at all set to 0. Let's have a look at transmitter number 2. Very simple once again, and you can see here on the side it's a microphone and on charge. You can see that you can mute it from here and it turns off the icon. The gain is set to 0 at the moment on this particular microphone. You've got the ability to overwrite files if the storage is full, and you can see that you've got 452 minutes, which I think should be ample for just about everyone. At the moment there's 2% used, and we'll go and have a look at that. The last setting that you've got on the software is a mute button. That's this thing here. So you can do mute button, mark file, or have no function whatsoever. And lastly, you can actually look at what's stored on the microphone, and you can see there I've got a recording, 8 minutes 48 seconds. I did it on the 18th of October, 12:15. I think it was when I was away in Orkney. Let's just have a quick listen to it and see what you think. Okay, I'm recording on this microphone. I'll take my camera, bloody better, eh? There we go, yeah, so I was recording with the DJI Action 3 and I was using the microphone, the radio mic, to record the sound. And that is the software for the AnkerWork M650. All very simple, all very straightforward. The settings that you see now is the ones that I've got the most joy from so far, but I will be playing about with it as the better weather comes in to see if I can get it improved. One thing I failed to mention was how I actually had the radio mic set up with my crash helmet. So I have taken essentially a set of earbuds, cut the earpieces off and used the microphone off of that. I've put a dead cat on the front of it and I've plugged it in to the microphone slot within the radio mic. This then goes inside the collar of my jacket. This then works its way up into the inside of my helmet, and it uses a bit of Velcro, a bit of hoop and loop to stick to the inside of the helmet. And in this configuration, this is kept away from the weather, from the environment. It's a bit big to go in the helmet, if truth be told, hence the reason for using this. In any case, I do like this configuration. Now that you've had a look at the hardware and the software that controls it and how I've set it up, let's see how it works in real life. This is me heading up to Orkney again. This is the DJI Action 3, and it's just with the internal microphones on the camera. The camera is mounted on the end of my helmet behind the screen. Lots of crosswinds, lots of noise, and I'm really just playing this to let you get a sample of how windy it was. let's go and have a look at how the actual microphones performed in this environment. Now we're on the radio mics and we're doing national speed limits, and you can hear that a lot of the wind noise has been taken out. You're still getting to hear some of the engine noise. But you have a listen to this and see what you think. You can hear a passing traffic. In the next little clip you'll get to hear my dulcet tones chatting whilst we're doing national speed limits. Like I say, there's plenty of other options I can change the sound, but at the moment it seems to be working pretty well.
Few structures boats out in the water. Can't look, I've got to look at the road unfortunately. There we go. There's 3 structures out there of some description. There's that huge wind farm place out there.
Here's a little bit of footage shot on another day with the same settings at slower speeds. So have a listen and see what you think.
Just need to be careful, it was down to 3 last night. And this road is, as you can see, well sheltered from the sun, so let's just not take any chances.
And there you have it, the AnkerWork M650. It's quite a sensitive microphone. I think it's got lots of potential. You hear little nuances like me sniffing away because it was quite cold even though it was a bright day. And up to now I'm very pleased with it. It was £130 cheaper than the equivalent DJI, so I think it got it, it was about £170 or something like that on special offer. Money well spent so far. I'll be able to record when I'm going out with my son and be able to get the dual vlog going the next time we get out. Alright, I hope you found this little video of some use. I'll keep updating everyone as we go along and get more experience in it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Bye bye.